Hello and welcome to GeekatPlay Studio Tutorials. So let's look on some other enhancement, some small additions was applied. As example, if we're going inside the render options, let's go to final, and you'll notice right now for the G buffer, additional options was add as velocity layer. So it's very nice when you start working with After Effects, you need to pass that information. So we have it options added right here. We also have it, as mentioned before, the user GPU anti-aliasing enhance as well options right here located now. And one more was added. It's called add information strip. What is happening when you enable this? Okay, we want to modify any information, but we'll go to render something to the screen. And what on the bottom of our image, you will notice right here, now we have this information is render, so we know what we was using, name and all additional information. All of this you can be modified if you go inside the edit tab, and you can also specify what information you wanted. This is very useful for the debugging purposes, or some maybe if you want to send to your client and just showing some additional info that was done for your image. Again, and if you want it, you can disable. This information also can be saved in a log file as well. Okay, the other interesting things was added. It is texture placement editor. However, let's look on this and we'll see a couple things. I think it still be reworked, and I'm sure it will be done in the next version or next release patch update. But we can look right now what we have right here. So here's our cube, and we have positioning. Let's open material editor. And I'm going to switch to map it picture for the main layer. A couple of things you will notice change. We have a new addition right here where we have it image scale, offset, angle, and also we have it this Gizmo Tool, the interactive texture placer editor kind of, but this will be available here when you only on a main layer. If you have it multi-layers, we actually need to go through the function editor to modify this. As well, we have it all the styling and additional options. So let's go ahead and load it first image. So we'll just load earth image. You can see it's applied to ours. We can anytime we can go ahead and actually let's switch to once just as example. So right here, and we can go and open texture placement editor. Then what's happened with texture placement editor, we can preview from position of the camera, just placed right here, and we can actually modify it, like for example rotate the texture right here, and you can see how it's rotating on our object as well. However, in an editor by itself it's not yet updated, so this is probably will be fixed in next updates for the Vue 9. But again, so for now, when you kind of readjusting, you need to click and preview in your main window. As well, when you're repositioning, same way you can see it's reposition your textures. But you kind of need review. It does not update this window or our viewport, main viewport as well. It does not update it to what's happening in render. Okay, you have it options in a texture placement editor. We can undo. You can zoom for default point from your object if you want it. Okay, you also have it options to edit pivot points. You can reset back to original, and you can pick up other one. So we also have it here scales, offset, and angle rotation. However, the angle rotation is a little bit different. So let's look right here. If we rotate, you can see we apply kind of minus 360 degrees. Okay, let's click OK. And as well, we can update at this point. So if we modify 45 degrees here, we'll go back, and sometimes it's not yet updated. So just kind of beware of this. Some information is not all the way passing through. So if we click OK, it may reset back to our other settings. So this is just to keep in mind. As well, we're on this screen. I'll just let you know right here we have additional options for the gamma correction. So it's kind of nice options apply here. If you work with the multiple layers, let's switch this to procedural. I will add additional layer. And if we're going on this layer and we convert to the mapped picture, we'll go to add maybe something like a fish. Okay, you'll notice right here you don't have an editor. Now I access Gizmo. To access the texture editor, if you want it, you need to go through function editor, and inside you will have it now new options where you have it show manipulator Gizmo and also the layer index. So you can from here select it if you need for layer index. Clicking on the manipulations will open same as other one. So in this case, you can do same things, rotating, adjusting, and positioning. So this is for the layers, but same thing, you can go ahead, select two ones, and readjust them as well. So this is kind of texture placement, and this is nice when you have it like maybe on a wall of the building, you want to put it spray paint decay or somewhere on a plane, some decal. So you can go ahead and apply one small image, which is accept as well PNG, GIF, semi-transparency, and you can place it on the object where you want it. It's just nice options for the texture. Okay, so some additional modification was done to the view. Some of them was included enhancement echo painter, so just small improvements. Also importing MDD type models. We also have it updated of War browser when you start working better with the creating ecosystem. Some orbit controls was affected, undo. So overall, it's had some small enhancement, but the biggest one kind of we look in our tutorials, and some of them, like working with MDD import models, we'll look in our future tutorials when we will be closer work with specific project. And overall, this is nice update. It's not, again, it is not a major update. It is a point update. It's got some nice enhancement, and it's up to you, see if you would like to use them or not. And again, one thing again about those background environments, what you can do, you can also use it to create maybe something like a star map or some other effect if you need it. So let's take our control right here. Example, this is our planet. Okay, and we can go to atmosphere editor. Like environment map, you can use it not just for sky. You can also use it as the star map applied. Okay, so we have it right here. Let's go to the fog and we'll say this to 250 meters. Okay, let's go take it down, and we'll also reduce all this haze. Okay, we'll have it our ground. Let's preload it. Again, this is just something very fast, but as example right here, you can use it for star maps if you want to do any of them for the accurate. And again, remember as before, you probably want to create map with spherical truly stars, and so it doesn't stretch like this image you just loaded. But again, it's give you kind of very nice effect for the star maps layout, and with offset you actually can synchronize and make total natural space. Okay, thank you for watching this tutorial from GeekatPlay Studio. Please remember visit us on the web is www.geekatplay.com.